Okay, let's talk about disclosure law. We all go through this failure to disclose any pertinent facts in any case that you're involved in, and it usually starts with your lawyer. I got sued for things that didn't happen. I went to jail for something that happened, and the witness gave false testimony as to the medical conditions she suffered, and nobody would give me a copy of the hospital reports. When I finally had to go pro se in the civil suit, I eventually got case file, and I seen the hospital reports, and that's what led to getting the lawsuit being tossed out. Okay, but now this is mandatory, even if you're pro se and you're getting sued or, disclosure. Okay, remember, disclosure laws mandate revealing important information in legal, business, and real estate context to ensure fairness and transparency, requiring parties to share relevant details like potential property defects in real estate. My dad bought a house and he wasn't told it was in a flood zone until he went to get insured, and then he had to get 2 types of flood insurance. But he didn't want to listen to me about disclosure. He thought he was stuck. And my mom just kept saying, you can't fight City Hall, you can't fight City Hall. Well, you can't fight City Hall because, you're unwilling. Potential property defects, real estate, evidence in lawsuits, litigation, or material business information, corporate, preventing surprises and building that trust by informing buyers, opposing parties, or the public about the risks and facts. These laws vary by jurisdiction and context, but generally compel sharing information that's material to a decision or case under penalty of legal action if withheld, notes this article from Law Office of Van Leer P. Eckert, PC. These key types of disclosure laws: real estate sellers must disclose known material defects, e.g., structural issues, environmental hazards about the property to the buyers, often using a specific form as seen with Illinois' Residential Real Estate Property Disclosure Act. Litigation, lawsuits, parties must automatically share basic evidence, witness info, expert opinions, and documents supporting claims, guided by the rules of Federal Rule of Civil Procedure and federal courts to ensure a fair process according to the Legal Information Institute and countryoffice.org. Corporate financial public companies must disclose all material information about their business operations and finances to investors enforced by bodies of SEC, notes the Legal Information Institute. Yeah, so if you're an investor, you're allowed to sue who you invested with, depending on the issue. Government. Public disclosure laws ensure government budgets, contracts, meeting minutes, and employee information are accessible to citizens, promoting accountability. Criminal law, prosecutors must provide defendants with evidence and information relevant to the case as outlined in New Zealand's Criminal Disclosure Act in 2008. Core principles: material information that is significant enough to influence a decision, buying a house, investing, a legal strategy must be disclosed. Transparency builds trust and informed decision making. Remember, before anything can proceed in the court of law, you must give informed consent. In order to give that informed consent, you need You need reasonable information to make that informed decision, to give informed consent. That's part of transparency. It also says that in the rules of professional conduct in the preamble. Legal obligations, failure to disclose no material information can lead to lawsuits, rescinded contracts, or penalties, says the law office of Van Leer P. Eckert, PC. Okay, so that's where so many of us lose, because failure to disclose, and that's against the law. And that's what you want. Full disclosure means revealing all significant relevant information completely and honestly, especially in legal, business, and personal situations, ensuring all parties have full picture to make informed decisions, preventing deception and promoting transparency with applications and contracts, financial reporting, computer security, vulnerability disclosure, and even personal relationships, likely infidelity recovery. In law and business, obligations. Parties must share all material facts in transactions. Financials. Companies must provide complete financial statements. Full disclosure principle. Public companies must disclose all important operational data. In technology, vulnerability disclosure, publishing software flaws as soon as possible so users can patch them, balancing public safety with a responsible disclosure. In personal therapeutic context, relationship, a partner reveals all relevant details about infidelity to facilitate healing. Therapy, we don't need to go there. Okay, so that's what you want, full disclosure, and you'll have to demand it from your attorney. Otherwise, they will just hype the case. They'll make you, if you're in criminal court, they did it to me, started out with one thing, and next year, the lawyer kept coming. I didn't believe him. I said, well, let me see the hospital reports. Give me a copy of the police reports. I want disclosure. I want full disclosure. I want everything. And he refused. And when I spoke to the state's attorney about it, she says, that's between you and your lawyer. Well, that's violating the rules of professional conduct and expediting litigation. And that's misconduct on my attorney's behalf. She knew it, the judge knew it. Reporting misconduct is mandatory in the rules and the codes. So they were both supposed to cite him for misconduct. And it's impossible just to violate one rule. You violate one rule, you violate one rule. Failure to expedite litigation is a failure to be diligent, failure at competence, a failure at communication, and those are laws. Okay. So, I just want to let you know what you're dealing with. Okay, this is where deprivation of rights starts. And remember, in any case, when you cite your attorney for deprivation of rights, you got to cite the opposing party for deprivation of rights and the judge for deprivation of rights, which creates a conspiracy against rights under the color of law. Failure to abide by the oath, folks. All right, now, my peace and love to you. Have a good night. All right, Happy New Year. May this be the year where we all stop this living under the color of law, where we disallow our public servants to operate under the color of law by reminding them of the oath they took and the penalties for violating that oath, and then the penalties for not doing all this other stuff. Okay. You have a good night, and I'm a peace and love. May your Creator always be with you and rain many blessings. I wish you nothing but a long life and good health. Happy New Year.